Hello and welcome back to the second episode of Pints and Places. And today we are back in Perth, Scotland. But this time, well, we're in a forest. We're near a forest. We're actually right next to the forest, which is crazy. I couldn't even get in the forest because right behind me there's a big drop. I've hiked for the last 30 minutes to get all the way here. And I get to the place where I thought I was going to be able to record, and no, I can't. So we're just going to have to make it do today. There's a field behind, but today we are just going to have to make do with not being in a forest or a woods, and we're just going to have to make it work, right? Anyways, guys, we're just going to get straight into it. The last episode was probably on the longer side to what I wanted, but it was a good feeler episode. It did pretty well, for what I was thinking. I don't know what I was really expecting, but I think it was on 30 views the last time I seen it, or 35, which is not bad at all. Brand new channel. I put out a bit here and there on with folk that I know, online, and they received it pretty well. I asked people their opinions on it, and they thought it was good. It was entertaining. So we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep running as it is, and yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But first episode, it was alright. It took me a wee while to actually get the episode out. I think I recorded it on the 19th of October, which is ages ago now. I recorded it on the 18th of October, or 19th of October, and it's now the 8th of November. So clocks have gone forward, backwards, side to side. I can't remember which way it is, and now everyone's depressed. The weather is awful. Honestly, it's just grey. Everything's grey. Even my shoes, even my trackies when I got these, they were originally bright green. So everything is now depressing. It really is. I hate, this is the second worst time of year, because at least you've got Christmas to look forward to, New Year's, stuff like that. But after, when you're oh god, when your ADHD comes in mid podcast, oh god, it's I've got flies or midges. I don't know what they are, just wee things, and they're pretty annoying. Yeah, it's the worst. It's just the worst time of year. But yeah, at least you've got Christmas, New Year's to look, to look forward to, and now it's like after that, it's really bad. Like, that is definitely the worst time. Like that January's okay because you're still riding the high of the new year. You're like, wow, this is going to be a good year. You're being more productive. You're doing this. You're doing that. But then after that, it's pretty bad. Like February to May, like April maybe. April. So from February to April, I know that doesn't sound too long, but that is a long time. It's a depressing time. Probably from mid-January, actually. Like that high lasts about 2 weeks. Then was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get fit. I'm gonna start eating healthy. I'm gonna stop drinking alcohol, and they do it for 2 weeks, which is fine, because I think everyone's the same. Yeah, I think it's just common human nature to fall back into what's familiar. But we're going to stick with this. Every podcast, most podcasts last like 12 episodes. So I hope to get to at least 8, because that'd be a pretty good effort. We'll see how it goes. But I've started posting the clips onto TikTok, and they've been doing pretty well. I got one that had 6,000 views, which is weird because it didn't get that many likes in comparison to views. But I think TikTok were kind of just pushing it. I don't know why. I thought it was a good, obviously I'm going to be a bit biased. I thought it was quite a good TikTok. But I think because I've not got much of an audience, trying to do longer form stuff, even on TikTok, is just a no-go. Like, I don't know the last time I sat through a person who's got like 2 likes on their video. Yeah, I don't think I've sat through anything like that for, 2-minute long TikTok. Because TikTok is quick. So maybe I just need to go, yo, like my balls or something like that. I don't know what they really say on TikTok, but something of that ilk, I can imagine. I act as if I don't spend 5 hours a day on TikTok, but I really do. It's so bad, but hey ho. I'm sure you guys see the bottle next to me. I'm wondering what it is. It's quite obvious what it is if you're a beer connoisseur like myself, which is a complete lie. I actually started drinking beer in the summer, so I'm a complete fraud starting this channel. But beer is not beer is not the main focus of this. It is drinks in places. So, should have came up with drinks and destinations, but I knew I was pints and places just sounds better. If anyone wants to take that idea and run with it, drinks and destinations, it's fully up there. I did not patent it. I'm gonna, just before I upload this, I'm gonna get copyright on it so no one can steal that idea from me. But you're welcome if you want to start a podcast called Drinks and Destinations. Just always remember, you're not original. Alright, that's good. Can't even get the thing out. Anyways, today we are drinking Madre. Viva la España. Espanol? I don't speak any Spanish, right? English or Spanish? Definitely English, right? Don't speak any Spanish. But Madre, honestly. It says Madre excepcional. Excepcional. Which I can imagine, with my little knowledge of Spanish, is exceptional, which it really is. Honestly, wow. I keep ruining the reviews before I even start. We're going to crack it open, which is more difficult than it looks with one hand. Bash. I'll pick that up when I'm done. Trust me. I've got green fingers. It's a condition. Sorry. Got a little bubble in there on top. That means you know it's going to be nice. Anyway, guys, Madre. There's a plane. What is it with fucking planes, helicopters? Last time it was helicopters. This time it's planes and geese. And because the cloud's so low, I can't even see where it is. I cannot even see where this guy is. So annoying. My mouth is really dry as well after walking as far as I have. So let's just get this down us and we'll work our way on from there. Hope these grey joggers aren't too compromising for myself. Don't think so. There's nothing much to show anyways. So I don't know why I winked. Sorry, guys. Wow. It is just class. The first time I had this was during the summer, during the Euros. It was the Euros final, England versus Spain, and I drank this to cheer on my fellow Spanish compadres. And yeah, they were fantastic and they won the game. But yeah, so I was very happy on that day. I had two, so fond memories from the first pint to my most recent. So this is my most recent. Honestly, it's that's good stuff. Madre exceptional, and that's exactly what I would describe it as. But what would I bathe in it? There's a few beers that compete in the bathe in it, and this is one of them that's up there. You know what? Second episode, and we've got bathe in it. We're going with the S tier. We're going with the top tier. Wow. Madre, congratulations. I'm sure it means so much to... What company are you actually owned by? But yeah, congratulations, Madre. You are on top. Tenants, C, Madre, bathe in it. Wow, fantastic. There's so many birds flying about. It was geese. Geese were flying overhead. I thought, but hey, they're trying to get out of here because of the depressing weather. It's honestly, it's so bad. Yeah, I meant to say, after releasing my first episode, so I thought I did alright, but I had the saddest dream after I'd released it. So I'd released it at night and I was like, you know what, I'll go to sleep, I'll wake up in the morning and we'll see how it's doing. You know, I didn't really want to look at it before going to bed. I'd released it like an hour before going to sleep, and I had a dream, and oh my god, it's just so sad. I had a dream that when I woke up, I had just had a million messages on my phone. I was like, oh my god, what's happened here? I go onto the YouTube video, it's got 119 million views. Boy, podcasts don't get that many views. Who the hang am? Bloody Cyber Gangnam Style, like, it just doesn't happen. It was really sad, and I was like, oh god, like maybe I'm too invested in this. It's supposed to be a little bit of fun. I think maybe because I just enjoyed the process so much of like making the video and then editing it. Editing's a long one. Like because if you don't edit for a while, you have to like reteach yourself, and I hadn't edited anything in like 2 years, so I was like reteaching myself. It was bloody long. But yes, so much to talk about and so many things flying around my head, and that's an issue. That's why I have to resort to the notes, because I just ramble on. Yeah, I need to keep my expectations low, and then I can only be impressed by them. But I got 20 followers on TikTok. So yeah, guys, make sure to follow the TikTok. I'm gonna be taking I'm trying to aim for like 2 or 3 clips each episode to put on the TikTok. So if you guys could go over there and show some love, and vice versa, if you guys on the TikTok come show the YouTube some love, and I might see if I can try and sort something out with Spotify. I don't know how anyone uploads on there, but I know folk who do, so I might just ask them. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see if it's on Spotify. If you guys are listening on Spotify, then we've made it. If not, I've kind of sacked it off, and yeah, we'll wait and see. It's just I'm working a full-time job, and it's really difficult to bloody juggle everything. But I'm recording the next episode in literally like 4 or 5 days, because I'm in a secret location. But yeah, it'll be pretty. Should be a good one. It'll be a little bit different to the outside ones. It's going to be inside, actually. What a surprise! It's a little leak there for you guys. So yeah, after my sad dream, we can move on. Talk about sad dream. It's a sad reality in America. Idiots. Just in general. Not even saying that because of what happened in your election day. That's a bit harsh, actually. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of you guys did not vote for him, but those who did, yeah, just insane. Like, genuinely, I woke up in the morning and I was like, checked it. First thing I checked in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. I was like, right, I'll go to see. I'm sure Kamala has done it. Kamala, and she hadn't. She'd lost, and it was already pretty much done at that time. And it was confirmed like literally 2 hours later. I was like, oh well, that was short-lived for Kamala. But yeah, her policies were strange. Anyway, like she didn't really do anything. But who is to blame for Donald Trump getting into office? I think we found the culprit. Moo Dang. Sorry guys, I just need a minute, because Moo Dang, right? Yeah. Fucking HIPPO, right? Moo Dang, yeah. All to blame for this. It's not the Republicans. It's not Kamala Harris. It's not the people that voted for her. It's Moo Dang. Moo Dang had 2 watermelons in front of him, her, they, them. I don't know. Had two watermelons in front of them, and they ate Donald Trump. That meant he won. So, guys, but we have a saviour, and it actually comes from my homeland. Introducing haggis. Yes, Scotland have their own pygmy hippo, and his name's Haggis, or her name, or their name is Haggis. I think it's a boy. But yes, we've got Haggis, and he stands for Scottish freedom. He stands for Scottish independence, and he stands up against anything bad in this world. He's the Batman of pygmy hippos. And Moo Dang, you are the Joker. Joke man. Right? And that's all I have to say. Thank you very much. Guys, that will get so many views on TikTok. Unbelievable. Wow. But yeah, I'd like to say a piece on Haggis. Congratulations. You are now the it pygmy. Right? You're now the it hippo. Moo Dang. Get out of here. Thailand has enough tourism as it is. Scotland needs some too. You know, I'd love for people to come far and wide into Scotland just to see a hippo. And I think people will. I've seen it on the Twitter replies. Honestly though, Twitter is horrible at the moment. Honestly, terrible place. I looked on it was born in Edinburgh Zoo, and I looked on the replies, and it was like all crypto, and it was like they're starting to do like $sign haggis, and it's like, you guys are really gonna try. Like, they want to create Dogecoin so bad. They want to recreate Dogecoin so bad, and it will never be done. It'll never be done again. I feel as though Doge was just such a big movement at the time that nothing can really recreate it. I think they did try and do it with Mudeng, but crypto had its time, and I think it's done now. Obviously, Bitcoin went back up with Trump going out, but honestly, guys, if you do crypto, you're a bit of a silly guy, unless you're really rich. That's the thing. The only people that you see doing crypto and shelling crypto are the super rich, right? Because they make money out of it. The people that are putting, £20, £100 on crypto, it's just like, you're not getting anywhere. Just as well to spin a roulette wheel and just put £100 on black, and you'll lose it, and it'll be the same outcome as putting your money into, Haggis coin or Mudeng coin or any coin. I think, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But that's my rant over for Mudeng. You're out here, trash, and crypto. Get out here, trash. Both very similar things. In fact, you're a match made in heaven, Mudeng and crypto. Yes, talking about animals, right? Oh my god, that squirrel. I actually hadn't heard of it before it got killed, so RIP. But it's caused the funniest outrage on Republican Twitter. And this was before the election. I seen so many AI, images of like squirrels. There was one, and it was like just a group of squirrels with like caps on or something like that. And well, they all had the MAGA hats on, and it said Trump, something like that, to Cump. I think it was TKUMP, to Cump. So I don't know. That's probably why Kamala Harris lost. To be fair, it was that bloody hippo and it was that bloody squirrel, right? So that's it. They're done. We don't support squirrels. We don't support hippos anymore. Apart from haggis. Haggis, you can stay. But yes, I honestly I couldn't believe the outrage, and it's quite funny now. Republicans are so they care more about this fucking. Yeah, they are now. You know what? This is quite a good movement because Republicans now are saying ACAB. Republicans now are calling out the police force because they just. I don't even know why they did it. To be fair, it's just such a. Is it because the squirrel wasn't supposed to be domesticated? I really don't know, but generally, I just can imagine the squirrel being like put out in handcuffs. Obviously, it's not it's traumatizing for the family and that, but yeah, I don't know. It's just funny imagery of the of the squirrel. Anyways, but yeah, the place I work at like a supermarket, and it's it's terrible, but I do it just at the moment. It's not my not my long term dream, but I do it at the moment. I'm waiting until January before I start looking for my avenue. And if this takes off, wow, this is what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, no, the other day I had the funniest shoplifting experience ever. But shoplifting's difficult subject to confront because you don't know how someone's going to react when you catch them. I think I'm alright, but I know sometimes like the women that I work with get more of a tough time. I know it's a different level in England, but you do catch the odd shoplifter here and there. But this is actually the first one I'd caught all year. Maybe that means I'm slacking off, or maybe that means that there's just not been that many shoplifters whilst I've been working. But yeah, I caught the shoplifter, and it was so funny. So it was early in the morning, and I said, "Oh, you're right, Tim." And he was already acting a bit sussy. Oh, yeah, I'm alright. And he almost asked me why. He went, "What?" And then just like kept on going. He took a Red Bull from beside me, and then went through the checkout. We had a few other items like breakfast items. This was like 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. And then Red Bulls in Scotland, so if you're buying a Red Bull, you have to be 16 or over. So if you put it through the self-scanner, it beeps. And so I hadn't heard any beeping. And so I went over, and he was starting to walk away. I was like, "Oh, have you paid?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, right. So how come the Red Bull did beep?" He was like, "Oh, I put it through myself." I was like, "All right, yeah, but it would have beeped if if you'd finished and paid, because because you have to be it has to be verified." And he went, yeah, yeah, right, yeah, no, that's fine. I think I might have just forgot to scan it then." And he had like one other thing, but so he put the stuff down. And I was like, so I watched him scan it, and I was like, "All right," and then he went to pay, and he was like, "Oh, I think I think I left my card in my van. I'll be back in a minute." Left the stuff, obviously just ran and went away. But he'd only picked up a couple items, and I saved them all, so it was pretty good. But yeah, shoplifting, it's just so funny. Like, the guy, anytime you call out someone for shoplifting, it's always the same response. It's always like, "Oh, I must have, I must have forgot to pay for that." It's like, but like, just stop the crap. Just say like, "Sorry," or "My bad," or what. I don't know. Just don't do it, maybe. It's just annoying. Like, I don't know. I'm not the sort of person to be bloody running out and that, but when you do it so blatantly obvious in front of me, I'm like, well, I can't just let you run riot. Like, it's oh god, funny guy. But yeah, Halloween's finally passed. My least favourite time of the year, done and dusted. Yes, my mum set out a bowl for me to go to the door and let the kids take what they want. No, I did not open the door anytime anyone rang the bell. And yeah, I turned off all the lights. Rookie era, if you keep the lights on during Halloween, rookie era. I seen that on Twitter, a boy I knew left the lights on. It was like, rough night. Because once they know you're in, and even if you turn them off, they know that you're inside. They don't see anyone leaving the house. They don't see the car leaving the driveway. I think a bug just went on my lip, and I half ate it. Extra protein, I guess. God. But yeah, if you can't see by my distinguished moustache, I think I can even see it in the viewfinder. It's so big and voluptuous. I am doing Movember this year. Yes, I'm doing Movember. I'm doing Grovember as well. So I fully shaved my moustache. So this is 8 days in. Pretty decent growth. But yeah, honestly, the most annoying part about growing facial hair is when you just got a wee gap. It's getting smaller and smaller every year. But I just wish I just wish I was like when I was 19. When I first grew out my beard, I was like just bosh, massive, full beard. So I've got a wee gap here, but that's really it. I don't mind these bits like on either side, the strips. That's fine. But yeah, when I'm trying to grow out my beard a wee bit, just wish I full beard. I was just seeing a girl on TikTok who tried minoxidil to grow back a bald patch on her head, and then she just had a fucking beard. Like, she just had a full beard. Like, honestly, it was impressive. Fair play to her. She had hair like growing down like that. It was like, fair enough. Like, I think she shaved it off, but yeah, that's crazy. So I might get on the minoxidil. Honestly, like, I grow a pretty good beard, and I think if I styled it, I'm only 21, so I think if I styled it right, it would yeah, it would be fine. But I think I like to keep the mustache a bit longer and then this a bit shorter. But yeah, so try and Movember. It's for men's mental health. I am donating to a charity. I'll leave a link in the description, and so you guys can donate. I think I'll put a screenshot up. I think, yeah, I'll put in what I can. I don't. It's a bit tight for money at the moment, so just put in what you can, guys. It's the same for me. It's the same for everyone at the moment. Money is very tight. I actually went into my overdraft for the first time ever. I didn't even realise I had an overdraft. I actually don't have an overdraft. They were like, well, they didn't actually call me. They messaged me, a pop-up came up, and it was the day before payday. And I was like, oh, you've got till 3:30 to pay off the balance. I think it was only like £5 that went out. It was just one of these automatic payments that come off the day before payday, and it would have been fine. If it happened, on payday, it would have been okay, but just the day before, so I had to be like, Mum, can you just give me a tenner for that book I bought you off of Amazon? And she, obliged. So, but no, honestly, times are rough, guys, and I don't see it getting any better. I think it's just gonna be shite forever. Hopefully, not. Right, I'm gonna see if you guys can hear the geese. I think you guys can hear it just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Anyway, honestly, it's so nice here. It's very dreary and dark now. Like, the sun sets at 4 o'clock, man. It's just so, the day just goes. I wake up early, I go to bed early. Like, it's just brutal. What do you think they're chatting about? Because they're just constantly beep, 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 beep. And I'm spilling now. My God, there's more. What the fuck? Mate, it's mental. There's been probably about 200 geese flown over, direct over my head. They all go in the exact same direction, which is crazy. They all go right over, then to the right, and then they flow around that side. Mental. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just in absolute awe of what is going on right now. My girlfriend also asked me, as I was walking here, could geese fly? Or no, she didn't know that geese could fly. She then asked me if ducks could fly, and I was like, they're pretty much the same thing, so yeah, they can. She's an absolute genius, I'll tell you that much. But she will be coming on the podcast, so guys, keep an eye out for that. We'll be doing Pints and Places with my girlfriend soon enough. I think we're going to have to share a mic. Maybe a bit like that, but we'll probably be close in together and just talk like this. Probably one of us holding it, or if we're telling a story, one of us holds it and then the other person goes, yeah. Like, oh wow, wow, mysterious girl, hold your body close to mine. Come on, rock your buddy. Come on, rock your buddy. Something like that. That's the kind of flow we're gonna have when we're together. But yeah, she will be coming on for our Christmas special. I'm already exposing that because I'm so excited, and it's going to be great. We're not going to expose what we're going to be drinking, but it should be great fun. We already have an idea of what we're going to do. But yeah, I'm going to start uploading on YouTube, so follow both the channels, right? Because there's going to start being more uploads on the Couchy channel as well. Because I'm starting with this, trying to get this out, because this, I feel as though I can do week to week easier, and then the Couchy ones are going to be probably more formatted videos. And I'm getting quite restless because I need a pee. So maybe we take a pee break. I don't know. Maybe we should. I'm fucking bursting, like. Oh, first pee on the podcast. Wow. I feel as though that's the only problem with drinking a pint, is I hate drinking pints when I'm out, right? Because it just goes right through me. I'm that much through, right? I don't know if you guys can see, but I've got probably a third left and I'm already dying. Christmas, guys, it's just round the corner. Honestly, I'm so excited, so excited. And that episode, that Christmas episode will just be absolutely fantastic. I think it's going to be a really long one, so please give it a watch, because I think it's going to be class. We're going to talk about how we met. We're going to talk about just different stories that we've experienced together and when we're not together. currently, guys, my biggest addiction is Football Manager, right? And this has been coming for a long, long time. I have bought FIFA for every single year. I've bought FIFA from 2010. Like FIFA 11, I think was my first one. FIFA 10 was my first FIFA up until literally last year's FIFA. I wasn't going to buy it, and then one of my mates bought it, and he was like, "Oh, come on," and I was like, "I don't want to buy it." And then one of my other mates bought it, and I was like, "All right, okay, I'll buy it." So I caved, but now this year they've got full-time jobs, so now I'm not buying it. So I've got a full-time job myself, but they're both not buying it. So I've decided hopping off the FIFA train. This is the real evolution of a guy. You hop off the FIFA train and hop on the Football Manager train. It's just a spreadsheet masterpiece. That's what I describe it as. The graphics, terrible. The bloody hub is leaves a lot to be desired. The new game coming out in March 2025. Like, sorry guys, what the fuck is that with that? I know they don't want to release a half-done game, but rough. But yeah, I started off with my football team, Hibs, right? Started off with them. In my first season, I finished I finished second. So my first season with them, I finished second. Then I finished second again. So Rangers won the league the first year round. Celtic won the league the next year round. And then I finished second the next season. So I won the League Cup twice as well. Made it to the final of Scottish Cup, and Celtic beat me in that. I was like, oh, bloody hell, this league's too difficult. I brought in one of their kids, and I've been trying to sign this one Rodriguez from like Colombia, I think he was from, and he would not sign for me. And I was like, oh, I know you're good. Like 4 million. I was like, I know you're really good. Please let me sign you. And he just was like, nah, I'm not interested at all for my career growth or whatever. I was like, oh, mate, we're playing in Champions League. Yeah, I made it to Champions League. I made it to quarterfinals of the Champions League. I made it to the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League in my first season, and then I made it to like round 16, I think, in the Europa League in my final season. So I did 3 full seasons at Hibs. Then I was third in my last season with Hibs, and I jumped ship. I'm ashamed to say that the money got the better of me. Each season, I was competing with Celtic and Rangers. They were spending 30 million on one player. What? I was having to pick up these wee gems from like Bolivia and Tajikistan for about 20 grand, and these guys were just like, fucking Junior Firpo from Leeds, 20 million on him, because he's actually pretty good on the game. He's not good in real life, but Celtic, oh yeah, Liam Delap from Man City, bash, 20 million, we'll get him. He was like, how can I compete with that? It got so annoying. So I got a interview from RB Leipzig, and this opened my eyes. I was like, oh my god, I'm class at this game. And they had like 90 million for me to spend. I was like, oh, I'm going to be so good. They offered me an interview. I did not go looking for an interview. And then they rejected me. I did the whole interview. They rejected me. I was like, I got myself so excited. I was like, oh my god, this might be my last game for Hibs. This might be my last game, working with 5 million each season. Even after finishing second in the league and getting to the cup finals and getting far in the Champions League or Europa League. And no, I didn't get the job. £90 million in a January transfer window as well. It wasn't even the full season. Their players are so good as well. Sesko was worth like 150 million or something like that at the time. I was like, oh, they rejected me. So I was like, right, I'm going to have a little look on the job market. And I had a look, and the Leeds United job was available. And I know it's not that big of a jump from Hibs to Leeds United. I know they're obviously a bigger team. But in terms of the players, actually, I was like quite surprised. I was like, oh, their team's really shit. They were in the Premier League, and they were 19th in the Premier League, 2 points off of safety. I was like, You know what? I've got a wee soft spot for Leeds. I'll I'll give it a go. I'll do the interview and I'll see how much money they've got. They were negative. They were in transfer debt, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" But they were like, "But by the time the summer comes round, you'll be back in the positive, and we'll be able to give you a good salary." They were like, "We don't know how much we'll be able to give you," and I was like, "You know what? Just wanted to bite the bullet because I think I'd reached the peak. I could have stayed at Hibs for another 4 seasons and made this like wonder team, but I was like, I'm kind of wanting results as well. Like I was winning. You know, literally Celtic Rangers were the only challenges, and I was beating them pretty comfortably most seasons. I'd slip up against bloody Kilmarnock or whatever. It was which is better than what the Hibs team are doing right now. I can tell you that much. Like Hibs are. I've not been to the Hibs game in like 8 months. I refuse at the moment. I think it's just so bad. And that's from a guy that's seen the 5-1 game. That's from a guy that's seen the 7-0 Malmo game. That's like, I've seen us get pumped by so many different teams. And I'm just sick of it. Now I've got free will. I'm like, wow, I could just not go to the game and be much happier. I watch the games, I go on holiday to Spain just to watch the football games that Hibs play, and it's just outstanding. I'll tell you that much. It's absolutely outstanding. But yeah, so I took the Leeds United job, and I kept them up, and I actually got to like 16th place. So this is where we are today's date, and I managed to sign that Rodriguez. Managed to sign him in the summer because we didn't have any money to spend in January, so I waited till the summer. Got through to the summer. I signed Ryan Sessegnon, and I signed that Rodriguez guy, and I signed a bunch of other random players. This is Fabian Jallo, who he played for Hull. I don't know if that's where he really plays, but Portuguese striker, and he's like class now. And I kept hold of Somerville. He's still at Leeds in this game because it's not updated, which is the most annoying thing. Like, I just wish it was the updated database. But yeah, so I managed to get that Rodriguez in, and I bought him for 4 million. Right, this is my first proper wonder kid, and he's worth like 100 million straight off the bat. He's worth like 108 million to 120 million, I think it was. I was like, wow, I'm just a god at Football Manager. And we currently sit in the top 4. We played like 9 games this season. We're currently sitting in the top 4. So I'll give you guys an update on the next episode as to where we sit. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to play much Football Manager because I go down to England and I'll be editing this, but we'll see. But yeah, Football Manager, it's just such a good game. I know it's like, it's long, and I get a bloodshot eye in my left eye every single time. It's just too much reading. But yeah, so I might start streaming that. I might start streaming a bit of Football Manager and just chatting. Like, that's what I used to do. Like, a lot of my mates used to just stream Valorant and that, so I kind of felt obliged to play Valorant. But now I'm my own man, so I think I'm gonna start streaming again. I'm just gonna start doing just chatting, and yeah. So that might be the end. I think it was a mixed bag episode. It's a bit all over the place. Actually, before we finish, I'll finish off my Madre, and that will signify the end of this episode. Hopefully the camera angle has not been too funky. I know it's a wee bit funky. I know it's a wee bit funny, a wee bit. Hopefully it's not too bad. I look really white in this as well, which is incredible. Did you guys know I go abroad all the time and stuff? I'm in the sun. No, because the sun doesn't pick up. My skin doesn't pick up the sun apparently. Final bit, and it's staying in bathing it. It's so good. Madre, wow. Bellissimo. Or exceptional. Exceptionale. Tell you what, bloody good. Bellissimo. Fucking hell. I'm trying to see if there's anything to talk about. Realistically, now that Trump is going to be the next president of America, that is kind of flooding the airwaves at the moment. It's just like, I don't know how Americans do it. Absolutely incredible, America. Congratulations. You guys really impress me every time on how little brain cells you can have. Unfortunately, I wish you guys could prove me wrong, but at the moment, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed. The Madre, excepcional, bellissimo, gracias, si senora. Honestly, brilliant. One of my favourites, if not my favourite beer. We're starting off the whole series on a high, and definitely, yeah. Hopefully, we're gonna try a different level of beer. I actually had a beer before this episode, just as a wee, nerve calmer, and it was awful. So I'm not gonna be reviewing that one. I already know it's terrible, and I'm not wanting to slander the name too badly. I might make a TikTok on it. We'll wait and see. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. We've got 2 subscribers, and every episode, if we double it, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, and then whatever the number comes after that, that wouldn't be too bad. Probably pretty bad, but you know what, we're going to keep trying to get the TikToks out. We're going to try and keep growing, keep getting momentum. I know no one, bar myself or my girlfriend, watches past the stage, so whatever I ramble about on to this stage is what it is. But guys, I'm going to come a bit more prepared next time. I kind of didn't really know where I was going. I kind of set out on this hike. I was like, I'm just gonna find a spot. But what I'm going to do throughout the week is I'm going to find a spot where I want to record. I'm going to Google good spots to go to. But yeah, we'll wait and see. But it was really good fun filming here. Second episode done and dusted. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.